Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Wanted to make a proper video on what to do. It's a cheap gold dollar. If you get one of these and it has a god-awful bevel on one side or the other, or both, and when you lay it on the plate, this one isn't that bad. But let's say you have a recurve in the middle, or a frown as it's called. This one actually lays pretty nicely. Let's say you have one with that issue. You're going to need a coarse stone or a diamond plate that's also coarse-ish. Hard is good. You're going to take it, get an idea of what you need to take off along the edge. This is the edge bevel, with the bevel flat. That's the spine. This is all one bevel, by the way. It's just hollow ground extremely. Lay it down, lift the spine up a bit, lock your wrist, and you're going to go alternating a little bit like this, rocking it in and out until as you shape it like this on the diamond or the hard coarse stone. Flip it over, raise it a little bit. Again, you're going to match your rocking to what you want. And one of the reasons to do this, when you're doing an eBay restore or a gold dollar bevel creation from scratch, if you have mismatched bevels and you go to set a bevel, okay, on your stone, what happens is that section was already started, okay? That part of the bevel flat, let's say. You see that? But it's not all the way even at the heel. This is going to grind away faster, and you're going to get what I call a runaway bevel. Don't know what the proper terminology is. Basically, this means that you're starting from zero, or as close as makes no difference. And that as you abrade a new bevel, you're cutting in a new bevel, as I call it, it will come in evenly and you won't have a high spot. Now if you're new, you're not going to know that you can, again, always lock your wrist, keep your elbow above your wrist level. You can selectively hone like this on a hone. You don't have to make a full stroke every time. But if you're new, you don't know that, right? Or you may not know it. Maybe you do. So as you're honing in this bevel, what's going to happen, or can happen, is you'll have a runaway bevel and this will never be right or this will never be right. One thing or the other. If you match it nicely, if you get it all nice and symmetrical, you need to shape it before you set the bevel, by the way. Don't try to set the bevel with a frown in it or something. You'll never ever hone your way out of a frown without an extremely high level of skill, knowing where to put torque or pressure, or some call it intention, of where you need it removed, which is torque is just adding tension towards the edge without lifting the spine, and you're adding a little bit more pressure here, less on the spine. It'll save your spine if you need to save your spine, that sort of thing. I know this has kind of been rambling, but I'm trying to cover a lot of bases and get you a lot of information in a short video. Now, on a good vintage well-ground razor or a new one, generally, not always, there's a lot of art razors out nowadays, the edge bevel line will track the spine bevel flat line. On a gold dollar, that may not always be so. Can you see that? Yeah, see that? That came from the factory with that flat on it, because it was sticking out high and they laid it on something to make it lay flat and just went and ground it off. It's brutally coarse. It won't really matter. It won't affect how it shaves, but it doesn't look sweet, right? Anyway, steel's good. Just the grinds are a little wonky. Don't always match, do they? I like to round the nose. I mean, they are a round point, so there you go. And I adjust the heel. I use a belt sander. I use a Ken Onion blade grinder attachment with the 1x18" wheels belts. Sorry, put it on a low setting, and it'll never get hot. You'll never burn the temper out, and you can round that over nicely and remove it. All right, I hope this has helped somebody. I'm going to cut this one off, upload this, and set a bevel, send it out. Y'all have a great day and great honing.